Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back again with another YouTube video. This time is another haul video from Instocktrades. But first, before we get into the books, I got a few questions from another YouTube user named MrKatsel. He asked me a few questions about my experiences ordering from Instocktrades so far. There are about 3 questions and I'll just answer them quite quickly here, and I'll add my text response in the description below as well. First question is, how long does it usually take for the package to arrive? So the quick answer to this one is that it takes about as little as 10 days, or it can take about 7 weeks as well. But usually it takes about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on when you order the package and when they have enough orders going to Europe to ship a whole pallet. Question number 2. Did you ever have to pay additional taxes or VAT? Yes, I've had to pay additional VAT and taxes for books at a couple of times, but the few times I've had to pay taxes, it's a custom charge at about 125 crowns, which is basically $13, and then they add 6% of the total sum, including shipping, to the entire order, and charge me that. Question number 3. Or have you had any other problems with your order? No, not really. If you count that I've had to exchange books because a book got out of print or out of stock at Instocktrades before they had the chance to pick it when I had ordered it. But they are very fast and very easy to deal with, exchanging books or refunding books. So no, I haven't had any real problems with them. I will add these answers in written form in the description below, as I said before. And now let's just dive into the books themselves. Today I have about 10 trade paperbacks and then one big book, sort of a Christmas present for myself, which I ordered a while back. But most of these trades are image, and most of them are new books to me, and most of them are bought from recommendations, basically from other YouTubers and friends. So let's just dive into it. And the first trade I have is Catwoman by Judd Winnick and Adriana Melo and Gwilym March. It's the new 52 Catwoman run. I bought the first volume earlier in the summer, basically, and I just bought it because my comic shop had it half price, and I figured, why not? I kind of liked the Catwoman character when I read Batman Long Halloween and Batman Dark Victory. So yeah, I enjoyed reading the first volume, even though it's more like a guilty pleasure or something like that. It's a fun read, not that deep or anything, but just a fun action-packed ride, basically. I also picked up a trade paperback. This is a follow-up to the first volume I read, and I really enjoyed the first volume. It kind of got me thinking a lot when I read it, and it's Pretty Deadly. This is volume 2 by Kelly Sue DeConnick and Emma Rios. The artwork in this is really fantastic. I really enjoy looking at the artwork and reading the story. Here's some snippets for it. So if you are interested in this book, it's basically a Western with some occultism mixed into it, or magic or something like that, and there is like death personified and some shape-shifting, or if I remember correctly. But this is a fantastic read. I hope the second book delivers just as a good story as the first volume did. So I'm excited to get to read this one as soon as I can, but I have a thick stack of trade paperbacks on my nightstand at the moment, so this is gonna have to push in under that stack for me to read it. Now I have a book that I bought purely on the recommendation from another YouTuber called JT from Local Comics, and he and Blackpool are making a new channel called the Comic Board, where they do single issue reviews, and they have this weekly show. They are talking about the week's comics and the top fives and the least favorites and stuff like that. And he had this in single issues and talked about it in a really good way that got me hooked on the story. And he had this in one of his basically beer and comics segments, and it's Joyride Volume 1, and I know he is picking it up in single issues, or used to. It's written by Jackson Lansing, and Colin Kelly, Marcus Toe, and Irma Knivila are involved in the book. The artwork looks a lot of fun. It's a space sci-fi, so I'm hooked. And it sounded so much fun when he talked about it, so I had to pick it up in trade. So I'm gonna stick to this one in trade format. It's from Boom Studios, and it looks like a fun sci-fi ride basically. The next one I picked up, it's an Image series, and it's called Rumble. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be about, but I think there's some scarecrow god or something arriving in a small town in US, and I bought this because I heard so many good things about it. Among those people who talked well about this book is Schizo Cookie from Schizo Cookie Book Blog. She had a wrap up with this Rumble series in it, and she said she liked it, and we usually like some of the same things, so I decided to try this one. And the artwork looks a lot of fun. Here's some artwork. I also picked up Prophet by Graham Roy Dalrymple Milong. Graham and Roy. It's volume 1, and I think this is a reimagining or a continuation of the series created by Rob Liefeld in the 90s. It looks really interesting. It's a sci-fi story. I really don't care what type of sci-fi it is. I just want to escape from reality basically when I read sci-fi. So if this delivers on that, I'm gonna be happy. I hear good things, and this is a book that's recommended by Packaday, and he actually picked this up a while back, and I've been watching some of his old videos, so that's why I noticed this one, so I had to pick it up. Yeah. Next I have a book by David Schulner and Juan Jose Rip and Felix Serrano. It's Clone, and it's published under the imprint of Skybound at Image, and this is recommended to me by a friend named Matthias, and I decided to try it out and see whether I like it or not. It's 5 issues, first 5, and I think there are a total of 4 trade paperbacks of this series before it got cancelled. So yeah, kind of am interested to see what this is gonna be about, and if Matthias has been telling me the truth. I have another book here. It's Drifter Volume 1, another image series. It collects first 5 issues, and it's created by Ivan Brandon and Nick Klein. It looks really cool. It's another sci-fi, and it was also recommended to me by Matthias, and yeah, I'm just hoping it's as good as it sounds. Yeah, 3 more trades and then the big book. This one is Huck, book 1. It's a mini-series of 6 issues created by Mark Miller and Raphael Albuquerque. It sounded a lot of fun. The artwork looks really, really nice. Just look at that. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting read. Hopefully it delivers on the story. The next book I have is basically recommended to everyone by everyone. It's I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young, and it collects the first 5 issues. And I know there is a second volume out now, so I'll probably pick that up as soon as I can after reading this. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks really violent, but sometimes that's a lot of fun too. So yeah, let me know what you think. So the last trade of the bunch is another recommendation from another YouTuber, from JT, and this one, it's Birthright Volume 1 by Joshua Williamson and Andre Bresson. It collects the first 5 issues, and it looks like a really interesting story, a fantasy story, and since JT can't stop talking about this and how fantastic this is, I just had to try it. Probably gonna like it a lot, and probably will order the rest of the series soon. Now, the last book of this haul, it's basically a Christmas gift to myself, and I have been eyeing this book for a while. I've been looking to get this book in the regular oversized hardcover editions, but a friend of mine convinced me to try it out in this prestige format or something like that, if you want to call it that. But it's the Gunslinger edition for the 6th gun. So it comes in this super cool slipcase edition, and when you open it up with this latch here, you get the book with a special dust jacket, which the other ones don't have, and you get 3 prints, and this book is signed by the creators as well, and it's limited to 1,000 copies. So I'm really happy to have it, and I don't know if you get it in one picture here, but it really looks fantastic in this format. So yeah, Oni Press did a fantastic job with this format here, and it's created by Colin Bunn, and I think the artists are, I can't remember now, so don't hate me, I'll look it up. The artist involved is Brian Hurt, and the colorist is Bill Crabtree. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this, and now I have to pick up the second volume and the third volume. So shame on me for indulging in this format here, but it's really nice to have a limited edition of something. That's why I buckled under the peer pressure from one friend. So yeah, that's it. That's my picks for this one. And if you have any questions about these books, or if you want to see more about them, or if you want to see a review about some of these books, just leave me a comment down below. And if you have any other questions about my experiences with Instocktrades, or the reasons I buy from them, or whatever, just leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can in the comment section or in another video. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.